Okay, so in today's video you're going to see us dumping our juice apples, what we call, into a bulk truck. So right now I'm in a block of Pink Ladies and I'm going to show you why we have juice apples, and it's not our primary target as we're primarily focused on fresh fruit varieties. But when we take a tree like this, these are Pink Ladies, you have a lot of good apples on the tree, but for fresh market there's certain specs that you have to meet. So if I pick this apple here, it's got real nice red, everything's good about it, that's a fresh apple. So now I'm just going to target picking some juice apples on why they would be juice. So on the underside here you get some apples that are under color. So for Pink Lady they have to be 50% red, they have to have at least a red cheek on them. So this apple that's green in my hand would not be an apple that is good, so that would go into our juice bin. So another thing that could be is any blemishes on the fruit, which here it looks pretty clean. So if there was a scar on any fruit, that would go in the juice. But for here the main thing's color. Another thing is size. So if I take an apple like this one, it's kind of smaller. If it's not bigger in diameter than 2.5 inches, that would be a juice apple also. So how do we get the juice apples out of the field? So in some varieties there's not enough juice on the tree to even sort through. This is Pink Lady. This is a real prone variety for us that's green, that will get green. So we'll produce a lot of juice. So we will pick juice. So when we do that on our harvesters. I'm going to save this good apple here for lunch. So these are two of our machines getting ready to go in to pick those Pink Ladies in another week. But when we're picking juice, we have our 5 bins of fresh on here, and we're picking on the tree. And if we have a bad apple, we just throw it into this cone because juice can be bruised. So we just throw it in there. The fresh apples we put in our picking bags so we don't bruise them. And then we'll dedicate 1 bin of the 5 for a juice bin. So most of the time it's our center bin. So sometimes that bin's not full, that's fine. We'll fill up the 4 fresh, and then if that's a quarter juice or a half juice or a full juice, we'll just unload it, because as you can see in the video, just dumping them bulk, it doesn't really matter if they're full or half full, because we get paid on the weight anyways by the truck. So whether it takes 100 bins to fill the truck or 50. So that's how we sort out the juice, and that is why we have juice apples and why we're doing this. So hopefully our crop is pretty well clean, where we don't have to make a lot of juice, but we don't want to throw these apples out, especially because we can sort them on the harvesters real easy, where a lot of people with step ladders and stuff don't have the bins close to them, they're not able to sort that juice out. So it's a big benefit with those machines. Moving platform, we can pick 2 different quality fruit at the same time. Now we don't want to put that bad fruit in the bin because it's going to be ending up juice anyway. So if we put it in the bin, we'd have to pay storage on juice apples, or we'd have to pay, we have to pay the same amount whether that's a good bin of fruit or a bad bin of fruit. So we want to try to have the best quality fruit in the bin, so that way we're not paying all this extra money for bad apples in the storage. So we're on just ground. look at the apples in these juice bins so you can see what we're sorting out and why. So for here we got some green ones. If I dig around in the bin here, this one we got a cut on the apple. We have an insect sting there. Some of these are misshaped. We have a blemish there. Here's an Evercrisp variety, so a lot of these are undersized, small apples. Some of these are undercolor. You can see the stem grew different there. That could be a branch rub, limb rub we call it. Rotten apples are not good for juice, so we can't put those in the bin, and we on our farm don't take anything off the ground, so everything's what we call tree picked juice. So it comes off the tree and right into the bin. So I just wanted to put in here some photos from not only this year but from years past on some of the rigs that have come and picked up juice apples here at the farm. It's always nice to meet some of these drivers and the pride that they have in their rigs. So these are the groups of people that make it all happen on getting the apples from our farm to the cideries and to the different locations where these apples are used to get them there on time and for their press date.